This news alert brought to you by Casarina All Sports Club. All your entertainment under one roof.
Good evening, I'm Kathleen Gazzola with your 9 local news update. Pressure is mounting on the federal government after the management board of Kakadu National Park passed a vote of no confidence in Parks Australia. Traditional owners on the board are demanding resignations.
A confidential letter leaked to media, drawing a line in the sand between Kakadu Aboriginal Park Rangers and Parks Australia bosses based both locally and in Canberra.
Which is quite scathing on park management.
Rangers have detailed what they claim is mismanagement and a holier-than-thou attitude, specifically from Park Ranger Russell Geho, Assistant Secretary Brant Smith and Parks Director James Findlay. The letter highlights deliberate lack of communication with Rangers and traditional owners. The way they handled a chopper crash last year completely inadequate, threatening staff with disciplinary action if they spoke out. Kakadu's coronavirus staged reopening mishandled, and uncontrollable fires racking up a $1 million damage bill swept under the carpet. This is the old Nolangi safari camp at Angla, destroyed after a burn-off without consulting traditional owners went wrong.
Aboriginal people feel that park management hasn't listened to them.
Tourism top end and our industry stands behind the concerns of the Board of Management. The way that Canberra has under-resourced and underfunded the rangers on the ground here.
Federal Environment Minister Susan Lee has now asked Parks Director James Findlay to urgently prepare a report on the issues raised so that she can assess both perspectives. Mr Findlay declined to comment today.
I don't know whether he's going to fall on his sword.
Zarisha Bradley, 9 News.
Despite the Chief Minister's assurances, calls remain for the Northern Territory to keep Victorians out after New South Wales decided to close their borders to the coronavirus-ridden state from Wednesday.
If you are from a hotspot, don't bother asking for an exemption or a special plan because the answer from Dr Heggie will be no.
The hotspots just won't cut it. I mean, how can we trace people that are residing in other parts of Victoria outside of those hotspot areas? It's just too high risk. Too high risk while you've got the numbers just, increasing daily. 7
more fines were issued over the weekend for people breaking quarantine rules. 9 News has obtained vision of a drunken city brawl showing a woman being dropped on the ground by a security guard. The altercation also saw a man take off with a guard's buggy.
It's 3 a.m. Sunday. Chaos breaks out on Smith Street.
Big fight. They started having a brawl, so got the cameras out, and next thing you know, he's on the buggy and out of there he goes. Gone. He took off, braked hard around Macca's and then just took off down that street.
It's not long before a patron and a security officer from Territory Protective Services realise and leg it up the street.
No!
But old mate on the buggy gets away, making tracks along Nucky Street.
About an hour and a half later, I just seen him cruising on the buggy and everyone was sitting around giving a big cheer for getting that buggy back. It was funny as.
Another video has since emerged online from the same night. Security guards from the same company dropping a woman. Today, confirmation that company is contracted by government-funded body Activate Darwin.
Oh, that's a cheer.
Police say a 20-year-old woman assaulted a 21-year-old man. She was arrested and charged with assault. Zarisha Bradley, 9 News.
Thank you for joining us. We'll have more news shortly.